What's up, guys? I'm Chad Barnes, and welcome to the channel. Here, it's all about real car talk, from simple fixes to smart driving tips and keeping your ride in top shape. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you watch all the way through. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Let's get to it.
Of course, there is no concept of electric scooter in the traffic rules. All vehicles are divided into three key categories: bicycles, mopeds and motorcycles. But we should start not even with bicycles, but with pedestrians. After all, traffic rules specify that persons who use roller skates, scooters and other similar means of transportation are equated to pedestrians. That is, the rules treat scooters as pedestrians at all, and from this stems most of the problems. They, unlike bicyclists, do not get off the scooter at crosswalks because they are already pedestrians, ride on sidewalks because the sidewalk is an area of pedestrian traffic, and so on. At the same time, the vast majority of scooters, including rental scooters, have a declared documented power of up to 250 W, which excludes the possibility of recognizing them as a mechanical vehicle. A bicycle according to traffic rules is a vehicle, except for wheelchairs, which has at least two wheels and is propelled, as a rule, by the muscular energy of the occupants of the vehicle, in particular by means of pedals or handles, and may also have an electric motor with a nominal maximum power in continuous load mode not exceeding 0.25 kilowatts, automatically disconnecting at a speed of more than 25 km per hour. The main thing to be distinguished from this definition is the motor power not exceeding 250 watts. As we have already realized, the question of whether scooters belong to bicycles remains open. It has no pedals or handlebars, and different courts in their cases refer scooter riders then to cyclists, then to pedestrians. We will come back to this issue with the support of the traffic police, but for now we just note that electric scooters with a motor up to 250 W are not mopeds and can also move according to the rules for cyclists. Rules for cyclists: a moped is a two- or three-wheeled mechanical vehicle with a maximum design speed not exceeding 50 km per hour, having an internal combustion engine with a working volume not exceeding 50 cubic centimeters, or an electric motor with a nominal maximum power in continuous load mode of more than 0.25 kilowatts and less than 4 kilowatts. Quadricycles with similar technical characteristics are equated to mopeds. From all this we will single out three criteria: maximum speed not exceeding 50 km per hour, internal combustion engine with the volume not exceeding 50 cubic meters, or electric motor with the power from 250 W to 4 kilowatts. Practice shows that most popular electric scooters on sale are equipped with motors more powerful than 250 watts. That is, electric scooters with powerful motors belong to mopeds, and it is about such equipment that we will talk today. A motorcycle is a two-wheeled mechanical vehicle with or without a side trailer whose engine displacement, in the case of an internal combustion engine, exceeds 50 cubic centimeters, or whose maximum design speed, with any engine, exceeds 50 km per hour. On sale there are extreme models of all-wheel drive electric scooters with power above 4 kilowatts, capable of accelerating up to 70 to 85 km/h. And some less powerful models can also exceed the limit of 50 km/h, as well as gasoline scooters 50/50. According to the law, all these fast two-wheelers are no longer mopeds, but motorcycles. The movement of bicyclists and mopeds is mainly regulated by Section 24 of the Traffic Rules. Clause 24.7 lists all the options for where you can ride a moped, including electric scooters with a motor of more than 250 watts. According to it, moped drivers shall ride on the right edge of the roadway in a single lane or in a bicycle lane. In addition, the movement of moped drivers on the curb is allowed if it does not interfere with pedestrians. Recall that the bike lane is a roadway lane intended for bicycles and mopeds, separated from the rest of the roadway by horizontal markings and marked with sign 5.14. 2. Under these signs you can ride a moped, including a gasoline scooter with a motor up to 50 cubic centimeters or a powerful electric scooter, in the appropriate direction. Formally, the traffic rules do not prohibit the movement of mopeds in a bicycle zone. According to the rules, a bicycle zone is an area designated for the movement of cyclists, the beginning and end of which are marked by signs 5.33. 1 and 5.34. 1 respectively. That is, mopeds are not mentioned in the list of those allowed to move. But paragraph 24.11 of the traffic rules indicates that in the bicycle zone bicyclists have priority over motor vehicles. And since a moped is a motorized vehicle, the rules actually provide for it to be in the bicycle zone. It is not prohibited to ride a moped in a bicycle zone, but cyclists have an advantage over motor vehicles. That said, a moped cannot be ridden in a bike lane. As a reminder, bicycle lane is a road element or a separate road structurally separated from the carriageway and sidewalk, intended for the movement of cyclists and marked with the sign 4.4. 1. It is forbidden to ride a moped, including a powerful electric scooter, under this sign. It should be noted separately that the horizontal markings for the bike lane and the bike lane are the same, the marking 1.23. 3. With the image of a bicycle. That is, if there are no signs nearby, you should be guided by the understanding that the bike lane is not structurally separated from the roadway, while the cycle lane is separated. Accordingly, the former can be used by mopeds and powerful electric scooters, but the latter cannot. So, here is a complete list of the zones where you can ride a moped, including high-powered electric scooters, on the right edge of the roadway in a single lane, in the bike lane, on the shoulder, as long as it does not interfere with pedestrians in a bicycle zone, giving priority to cyclists. Article 25, Paragraph 1, of Federal Act No. 196, FZ of 10 December, 1995 establishes that the right to drive mopeds and light quadricycles is granted by Category M. At the same time, the right to drive vehicles of Category M gives the right to a driver's license of any category, for example, A, B, BC, and so on. That is, to drive a moped or a powerful electric scooter you need a license of Category M or any other category. At the same time, you can get a license of Category M from the age of 16. That is, it is forbidden to ride powerful electric scooters before the age of 16, and from the age of 16, only if you have a license of Category M. The possibility to carry passengers on a moped, including electric scooters, is established by paragraph 24.8 of the traffic rules. It prohibits moped drivers to carry passengers if it is not provided by the vehicle design, as well as to carry children under 7 years old in the absence of specially equipped seats for them. That is, it is quite possible to ride 2 people on a scooter with a 2-seat seat, but electric scooters usually involve riding standing or sitting on a bicycle seat and do not provide for the possibility of transporting passengers. That is, it is forbidden to ride 2 people on an electric scooter, hugging a passenger or hitching a passenger behind you. Another important condition for riding a moped, including a powerful electric scooter, is the mandatory wearing of a helmet. It is also established by Clause 24.8. It specifies that moped drivers are prohibited to move on the road without a fastened motorcycle helmet. That is, to ride an electric scooter with a motor with a power of more than 250 W, a helmet is also required, not a bicycle helmet, but a motorcycle helmet. Paragraph 24.8 contains a list of things that cyclists and moped drivers are forbidden to do: operate a bicycle, moped without holding the handlebars with at least one hand, carry a load that protrudes more than 0.5 m in length or width beyond the dimensions, or a load that interferes with steering, to carry passengers if it is not provided for by the vehicle design, carry children under 7 years of age if there are no specially equipped seats for them, turn left or make a U-turn on roads with streetcar traffic and on roads with more than one lane for traffic in a given direction, except when a left turn is permitted from the right lane, and except for roads in bicycle zones, driving on the road without a buckled motorcycle helmet. 4 moped drivers cross the road at crosswalks. In addition, paragraph 24.9 indicates that it is prohibited to tow bicycles and mopeds, as well as to tow bicycles and mopeds, except for towing a trailer designed for use with a bicycle or moped. We have already mentioned the key problem related to controlling the movement of electric scooters. The fact is that the vast majority of such scooters, including rental scooters, formally have motors up to 250 W and therefore are not classified as mopeds. After all, to rent a moped, it is necessary to make sure that the lessee has a driver's license of Category M, or any other, to provide him with a helmet, or to make sure that he has his own helmet, to make sure that he is at least 16 years old. The lessors do not need these complications, especially taking into account the fact that for the transfer of control of a scooter, the lessee is charged with the following for handing over the controls to a person who does not have a driver's license is fined 30,000 rubles. And it is possible to rent an electric scooter up to 250 W without any documents and requirements. After all, according to the traffic rules, the driver of such a scooter is a pedestrian. The owners of electric scooters of any power are guided by the same logic. If you want, ride on the sidewalk or pedestrian zone as a pedestrian; if you want, on the cycle lane or cycle path as a cyclist; and if you want, on the curb or the right edge of the roadway as a moped. After all this equipment is not registered in any way, and in the documents for it is often indicated necessary power, and as a result it is extremely difficult to prove that the scooter driver is wrong. It's no secret that 50 cubic inch scooters are also easily upgraded to a volume of 65 to 70 cubes and accelerate to 80 and more kilometers per hour, but the drivers of gasoline scooters usually do not ride on sidewalks and bicycle paths and force the technique to drive faster on the roads without registration. Electric scooters, on the other hand, remain a difficult to classify and poorly controlled category of transportation that often causes problems for pedestrians, cyclists, motorists and other road users. In conclusion, riding mopeds, scooters and electric scooters can be a fun and efficient way to navigate urban environments. However, it's crucial to be aware of the specific regulations governing their use in your area. Always ride in designated lanes, adhere to speed limits and respect pedestrian zones. Remember, safety is paramount, so wearing a helmet and following traffic rules is essential. By understanding where you can ride and what actions are prohibited, you can enjoy your ride while contributing to a safer community for everyone. Thank you for watching and ride responsibly.